CZ and Binance are still holding a huge bag of FTT tokens. CZ Binance just tweeted out just 5 minutes ago, CEO and founder of Binance, and he actually mentioned a lot of important info that you might want to know. This was tweeted literally 5 minutes ago today, so you definitely want to hear this. Before we actually go through this tweet and this announcement, the current price of the FTX token is $4.40. Coins like Solana have also been taking a hit, of course, and other tokens that have had partnerships and are linked to FTX. But in general, the crypto market has seen a huge dump. Bitcoin hitting 17,000, Ethereum now at 1.2k, and Solana sitting at $17. In fact, they are $15 in the live USDT perpetual market. But going back to that tweet from CZ Binance, there's been some pretty big announcements. Now, he's mentioned, in the spirit of transparency, might as well share the actual note sent to the whole Binance team globally a few hours ago. And as we actually click on that and start reading it, Binanceans, given the events that transpired over the last couple of days, I want to reiterate a few points. Once we did not master plan this or have anything related to it. It was less than 24 hours ago, the SBF, the founder and CEO of FTX, called him, and before that I had very little knowledge of the internal state of things at FTX. I could do some mental calculations with our revenues to guess this, but it would never be very accurate. I was surprised when we had a talk. My first reaction was he wants to do an OTC deal, but here we are. 2, as the due diligence for the deal is ongoing, I want to remind anyone to not trade. Again, remember, this is the message sent to all the employees at Binance. So he mentioned for them to not trade FTT tokens if you have a bag of them. And if you have a bag, do not buy or sell them. As soon as I finished the call with SBF yesterday, I asked the team to stop selling as an organization. This could mean that the price of FTX will see a recovery, especially with the fact that initially when CZ mentioned that they sold their bag of 2 billion worth of tokens, that caused massive bearish trend. But at the moment, they did mention that they stopped selling the bag at one point. So they are still holding a pretty big bag of FTT tokens. So they asked the team to stop selling as an organization. Yes, we have a bag, but that's okay. More importantly, we need to hold ourselves to higher standards than even in banks. 3, obviously do not comment on the deal publicly or internally if you're not directly involved. Do not ask. We have a good team handling it. Things will play out, which obviously is reassuring from CZ. And then 4, FTX going down is not good for anyone in the industry. This does actually bring up a tweet recently from WatchGuru, incredibly trusted source. He said Binance CEO says FTX going down is not good for the industry. This has come out an hour ago before the tweet from CZ. So obviously it's showing that he's here to actually buy out FTX if everything makes sense, and to obviously get them out of this mess. And then you can see 4, FTX going down is not good for anyone in the industry. Do not view this as a win for us, which, to be fair, to an extent it is, to an extent it isn't. User confidence is severely shaken. Regulators will scrutinize exchanges even more, and that is 100% true. Licenses around the globe will be harder to get, and people now think we are the biggest and will attack us more. But that's okay. We are used to being open and leaning into headwinds. In fact, we embrace scrutiny. We must significantly increase our transparency, proof of reserves, insurance funds, etc. A lot more to come in this area, with a lot of tough work ahead of us, not to mention price swinging wildly. 5, speaking of prices, as I have said many times over the years, ignore the prices, let's keep our heads down and focus on building products people use. It has always worked over the years, and today is obviously no exceptions. And to be fair, I use Binance today. Hundreds, thousands, millions of people are still using Binance. $1 million of transactions are still going through Binance, and of course that's not going to be a problem. But what is a problem at the moment is the FTX token is dumped over 70% now, currently sitting at around $4.50, and just looking at it is it's an extremely bearish trend, to say the least. And I do believe might show some recovery, or it might just not incredible recovery, might just stay up to $6 to $7. Reason being, why would CZ want to actually help a competitor token to BNB? It wouldn't make sense. Whether he helps and buys out FTX and somehow integrates it with Binance, or does something along the lines and takes over all the assets, that's all I can see, and pay off the debts. That's the only thing I can see happening. Other than that, I can see FTX token just stagnating and only going down, an extremely bearish trends. With that being said, he mentioned, speaking of prices, I said many times over the years, ignore the prices, let's keep our heads down, focus on building products people use, and so on. But yeah, you guys get the idea. This was posted literally a couple minutes ago, and it's obviously pretty big news as CZ and Binance are still holding a huge bag of FTT tokens. This could probably drive the price of FTX tokens up in the micro space. So really in the short term, it might drive up the price. But other than that, nothing incredible to really talk about. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. It's been your boy, Cryptomaxi. Peace.